I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is November 10th, Friday, 2023. Hope you had a good week. So we had this big bullish day. Yesterday when we came down, I'm not sure if I did a good job of explaining it on Nas, but I was mentioning it on Dow. Sometimes I forget shit, but if we were looking for lower low, lower highs, if it was going to be bearish. If it's not, this is going to get treated as a support. You had two reasons to buy yesterday. Even if you were bearish, you would still buy here because you would expect a retracement if you thought this was a break of structure or a crack. But the problem is that could also be a range from here to here, and then this retracement down, which was yesterday's FOMC Powell, that would be a higher low. It would have to have broke here to technically really be bearish, right? Or look for bearish order flow like this on the higher time frame. But being that it did come into these down candles, it ended up being support. And I was mentioning that this is very suspect. Recent YouTubers were starting to put this level just today. I've had this level here marked for a while, actually, and I put a question mark on purpose. So what did they do? They ended up coming right for it. So big, support here pretty much. And again, two reasons to buy today, because you expect a retracement to wipe out all the sellers from yesterday. If you watch yesterday's video, it'll make sense. If you were also trading yesterday, you'll see all the lower highs that we were getting. If I try to use this 15-minute, you remember here, look at this high, breaks down, lower high, breaks down, lower high, breaks down, right? So that was, to be honest with you, very easy. All right. So in a sense, visually, I should say, with that being all said, they're using this to engineer liquidity. So when they do come up, they double bubble, meaning, in my opinion, like they have this set to take profit and then to take out that month high that we've got here for October, right? The day of October 12th, right? So, yeah, that's what happened. Crazy day, beautiful though at the same time. So again, if you were trying to sell from here, that would be foolish. We buy low and we sell high, right? So in a sense, if you were looking for sells, it would definitely have to have been up here. You have an imbalance on the 4 hours sitting right there. On a 1 hour, it looks like this right there. So I dragged it out here. You can't see it on that time frame, but right here on the 1 hour, you can see the imbalance right there. So at the minimum, you're buying up here, right? So and you have liquidity here. Now, here's the thing: if you well, let me get into it in a second, but refining this area down here as the support, I'm going to take a look for you in a second. So if you take a look here before we even get down there, you can see, it was the 1 hour, that's right. You can see here, look closely, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see that imbalance right there with these down candles. So when we closed yesterday, and let me move over with the 5-minute, you can see that we made a drive down, right? And we did not get to that gap here, but we stayed inside that imbalance on the 1 hour, right? And it never went lower. So, even if I drag this out, just so you can see it. But the point is that they're in these down candles and support, right? So it didn't hit the gap. Okay, fine. So getting back to the 5-minute, when the price comes down in there, shifts of structure right there, right? You get this low, you get this high, you get this low, you get this high. See this break right there? So that's a shift, right? It was ranging. I call it ranging, coming down. Shifts of structure right there. But same time, it's a little bit of a speaker. So you got higher highs and then lower lows. So this level actually cleared that low and that low, right? So when I'm waking up, I have a different understanding of saying, okay, we didn't go below here, right? It didn't keep going. This is most likely still bullish. Why? Because again, we didn't break the explanation I just gave you. Number two, number three, you have this low that got rated. So once it gets rated, and look at the candles, they're constantly bullish, and it's constantly going up. Okay, so this is a buy program, like as far as it rushing to a comet or to accomplish a purpose of wiping out liquidity, in my opinion. But when you see that, there's no structure. I mean, you can call this order flow, but it's not real structure, right? But we're going straight up. So the price shoots up. All right, now it's 9:30. The price, if you look here on the 15-minute, let me go back over here. Here, very similar to the other day. I don't know. It wasn't yesterday. Was it yesterday? I want to say yesterday or the day before. I can't remember, man. Yeah, it was the day before. It was yesterday. Anyways, um, if you're bullish, you want to see price dip back into a 15-minute imbalance. Is generally a 5-minute as well. Could be 30, but generally this 15-minute imbalance right there, I've got it highlighted right here. So on this 5-minute, you can see that 9:30 it pokes down and goes right into that imbalance. And I didn't need it to hit the gap or anything, but it does dip in nicely, right? And then um, this is a confidence trade. I can't show you on a 5-minute. I really got to show you on a lower time frame. Let me go to a 1 minute real quick. I need to be done, so I want to be done on the quicker side. So real quick, you see that's this 5-minute imbalance. I'm sorry, the 15-minute imbalance right there. And then so price dips in it already, right? And actually this was sub-second. It wasn't even 1 minute for me. But once I'm in here, I'm pushing the button. I mean, I expected to not break that 15-minute candle either, which would be the low. Well, actually would be right here. So I don't expect the price to come down here if we're going to keep buying, because first of all, we're coming up. We retrace back into that 15-minute imbalance. If you're watching it live price, you see it inside it. I literally just made a video the other day about this same situation actually. So when this price is dipping in, and then again, I need sub-second, but you'll see that the price starts moving up. So for me, this is an automatic trying to buy early, right? Yes, it's 9:30, but my intention is to take it to fill up this 1 hour imbalance at the least. Plus, there's a gap here, so you don't see it on this time frame, which is so stupid. But you'll see it here on the 15-minute. You could see it. You can see it on the hour as well. See that? That gap right here. This gap right here. See how we come right to that gap? So we come right to that gap. Again, it's not on this time frame. Comes right to that gap, and it seals that hour imbalance right there. Okay. So this is a perfect. I have defined a target of where I would take this trade. Right. I have to have something to the left of the chart. There's no structure to the left of me either. There's no high right here. So in the process, we are sealing price and rebooking price, balancing it. Right. So price then now shoots up. Now it's going to be 10 o'clock. So we had 10 o'clock news today. I wanted to take this sell, but I was like, I'm gonna let this go because it's 10. It's gonna be at 10 o'clock. So we'll see what they do. 10 o'clock shoots down the price, brings it down here. So 1 minute, right? Yeah. So price brings it down to this support block right here. I'm not highlighting the down candle. I'm highlighting the support block because I understand that this was previous resistance, now turns support, comes right back to the dime, and I take this buy right here. My intention of taking this buy is obviously to get to that high that we've been questioning, right? With that liquidity as well. So at this time though, they do decide to stop raid one more time, gets deeper into the candle itself, which now I could I would be able to highlight this down candle. But I'm not going to have too much shit on my chart. I got them in orange like this for this is to show resistance resistance now turns support. This is what these, I'm not highlighting the demand blocks at all. So anyways, price dips in. I mean, it was going good for a moment and then it failed. So this trade lost, and I'm showing the trade loss for the logic of my I know what it's trying to do and I know where it's going, but I can't predict another stop rate. You get it? So like this is, I'm going to put this on the chart to show you like the logic's still the same. The bias is still the same, but does it keep going from here? I'm looking for higher lows, right? I'm making higher highs and I'm making higher lows in a bullish day. If you expect it to be bullish and it's going to be coming up here, and you're marrying this, well, not marrying, but if your bias is this direction, then you're looking for higher highs, higher lows. I can expect stop rates, or I could take liquidity and still go up. Don't get me wrong, but like Dow and Nas did. If I take a look quick for you, Nas, I'm sorry, not Nas, S&P and Dow made lower lows here, right? So, but we didn't get that. We got higher lows. So with this confluence of it being a higher low, and our intention is, we have a target up here. So did I'm not paying attention to ES pretty much too much, but Dow had it. We know that we know what we wanted for Dow. We've been talking about it already with that monthly imbalance. Look where it came. See, yesterday when I made the video, I said this is very suspect because without them sealing it, I don't feel confident coming down. So yeah, they came down. This was a fake move by the news. They brought it down to create. As you see, I was excited for it to come down too. It creates the sentiment, we call it, right? But at the same time, I understand that, and I think I didn't do a good job yesterday of saying it, but if it doesn't go through, then this is going to be support, obviously. So, again, we expect the price to retrace to here, but from here, from this level here, after it seals price and gets underneath this previous price action, is it going to create a lower high, or is it going to keep going? Obviously, there's only two choices, right? But we know that we're retracing at the least. We know that from this level coming down, we know that we're retracing back up a little bit to wipe out sellers, right? But they blew right through it. So some more confluence is that look at the divergence indicator. You can see that it's at the 50 level. Now this is a little sloppy, but look at Nas. Nas was like on point. Like look how it bounced right off the 50. So this is also more confluence for me as well to see that it's support, because if it bounces from this range, again, I want you to know I don't use this like wholeheartedly. This is not something that I'm waiting for price to do it. I'm already in confluence with understanding its support, understanding it went into that imbalance to reprice it, and that we're going to come up. I'm using this to add to all the confluences or analysis. So do not rely on this, okay, at all. You don't need to even have it. I don't even need to have this on the chart at all. But it's just an addition. So please don't trade that way. You will hurt yourself, especially on lower time frames. So because I know I explained yesterday about doing it on lower time frames, with it bouncing, but you don't want to do that. That's not a good idea. So because it's not all the time accurate, but it will work. Don't get me wrong, it will work too. But anyways, there was something else besides this I wanted to say. I can't remember, but anyways, where was I? So real quick, so we bounced right there. That was the purpose of it. I know I had a direct hit. I wanted that. I wanted to see that, and it was panning out, and then the fucking thing drove down one more time. Okay, so it starts coming down here. This is very important to understand and watch this. So again, higher low. Remember, higher low, right? And I'm seeing that, and I'm looking like, okay, this is going to be great. But if you want order flow, sure, go ahead. For me, this. Okay, so this playing around here looks like it's going to break through. Very scary to buy this, obviously. But some order flow here. I even took a loss trying to catch this stupid shit. But it was okay. It was very minimal. Very, very minimal. But the price came up, okay? And then comes back in that candle. That candle came into 50% of the candle. All right, that's an entry for me. Stop loss is always below that. Now, yes, this looks very suspect with these lows because it looks like a built of liquidity. And I'm going to be honest, this is risky. You shouldn't be trading like this. I really shouldn't be trading like this. I don't mind losing. That's why I don't care. I'm not worried. I'm not a perfectionist to that level. I remember back in the day, I was like that. I mean, it's like I couldn't even lose one trade, so I wouldn't even take any trades, right? But at the same time, this is for me is low risk, but it is riskier. Okay, so as far as like um, uh, amount of points to lose, right? But the real trade was letting it shift here. When this shifts here, this is a shift of structure right here. Retraces back. I got it orange because it's support. So it comes back in, and it happens to be a down block. Yes, so it could be color blue for me, light blue, like this. I got light blue right there because it does dip back in this candle, this 1040 AM candle. It does go above and come back in it. But this is the real shift right here. Comes above and takes out that liquidity, but it's a shift from here and here, but it shifts and it comes right back into that block, the two blocks. So there's two down blocks. So 1 minute. So with that confluence, you have this imbalance right here. If I was to highlight, I don't need to highlight everything. I'm just doing this for you for visual. So there's an imbalance right there. Plus it doesn't break this candle. This candle right here, this 1047 AM candle, if you're going to get bullish, constant bullish candles or strength, you want to see each candle respect itself. Like this and I make videos in the past 2 weeks about this, but like, for example, this candle right here, yes, it broke through that bullish candle, but we don't want it to go more than 2 candles, because this one, I don't count this, but this 1047 candle is in control. Price comes in and it does not break the low of the candle, right? So the confluence is the shift. You have the down candles here. You have it as support, and you have the candle itself in control with an imbalance. The bodies are inside and all that shit, right? So with that, this is the real entry. So I don't really show you a lot of shifts and better trades to take on the safe side. Some of you might be struggling if you're watching me. I have a tendency to do that where I take riskier trades, or I realize that, but I forget to explain like what's a better or safer trade, right? This is it. I'm just trying to explain that to you. Plus we have the inversion imbalances in here. So price is holding here support. So here through here, let me just do this. So price comes above it. We have that comes above it and it stays, it's holding as support if you drag it out, because the algorithm came up, or the price action came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, and then you're looking for some type of support. So this would be algorithmic support, inversed and balanced, right? So you could have used that, or I also liked this here. Oh shit. Even though price is going back and forth, you see that? So they create this price up, down, down, up, retrace back into it. And that's what you want to see it hold as support. But in general, this block, so forget this down block at 1039 as a demand block. That's fine. But you also have this block right here, this 1038. So when it breaks through and retraces back, it's a support block right here with a low and a lower low underneath it, right? So it breaks through, comes back, beautiful. Where are you taking this? Well, at this point, you obviously know where you're going. We're taking this high right here. We're coming up to wipe out the liquidity that from the event of FOMC meeting yesterday, right? I'm not even sure if it was FOMC, but it was Powell at the event that they were talking at. So you had that liquidity with the high of it, and the ringer of the actual October 12th that I've been had there for a long time. So, but me personally, when the price gets up to here and it gets into, for example, this 1 hour wick right here, I'm done. I'm not even trying to find out if it's going to reverse from here. It does pull it back. And even though I still was confident that it would go up and clear them out. I'm not trying to find out, and I'm gonna fucking leave it alone. It does retrace, comes right back into this very obvious imbalance right there, and then buys up again. So this was a given as well. So when it retraced, when I see this and it starts to break down, I got to be done, because I don't know if this wick right here is going to push the price back down. And I'm trying to be done. It's already past 11 o'clock and I'm not trying to fuck around and find out type of shit, right? So what did it take? I got to take the profit. Fuck, I'm not trying to be right and show off and show you a screenshot here. I'm over it. I'm overdoing that. I'm not going to do that anymore, because it's just not healthy for me when I'm trading, to be honest with you. But price retraces back into that imbalance, buys up, goes all the way up. Now, goes all the way up, takes out that high. What do we have that's above here, which we didn't really talk about too much, but what's already, I don't need to tell you. You should be knowing what's going on in trading if you're watching my videos without me. So what do we have? Well, I've got this highlighted level here, this daily imbalance right there. You can see it, which is the day of September 15, Friday. In between that same day is the imbalance on the daily, this down candle. And I got it pink dragged out. That hasn't been sealed. So when we came up in October 12th, right, we didn't seal that imbalance. We tapped in and we took out that liquidity here from September 18. Did I say that right? Oh yeah, that's a Monday. Yeah. All right, so September 15 was the imbalance, which is a Friday, and then Monday the 18th, we jumped above to take out that liquidity and then just tap into that imbalance, but it was never sealed. What's above that? Okay, well, we have an imbalance right here on the 4 hour. I got it highlighted right here. All right, you see that? So I'll drag it out for you, right? And then we have that up candle, which is the September 14th, Thursday. See that? And we jumped into it. So looking on the 4 hour, you can see that we've cleared 75% of that imbalance. So if I was to put a fib here, as far as like a quad fib, I'm just gonna basically show you this. Nothing crazy or anything, but very, very close. Let's take a look. Obviously, I'm not trading here, but I know I'm really zoomed in now, but I'm not sure if I have this pretty accurate or not. All right. Shy of it, right? Pretty shy of it. Of almost 75% of filling it, right? And then pretty much damn near sailing by the 50 of that. But this is not that important for that imbalance. What's key is the up candle. It's pretty much a supply, right? So with that being said, that's where we ended up, right? So yeah, I showed you this already. Dollar decided to fuck around. Pretty ugly delivery. Wasn't even looking at this shit, to be honest with you. It wasn't really helpful at all. And then yeah, you saw Dow. That's right. Oh, I didn't explain Dow. So long story short, very similar, obviously, right? They do wipe out the previous liquidity, shift of structure right there. Can't miss that, right? See how the candles are very small. They're constantly going, and then you get the big retrace. I mean, that's to show you it's a displacement, so to speak, or a shift. But this is just a low shift. This is a higher high. This is a higher low. This is a higher high. That's a higher low, and so on. And just it's constantly going, right? But what do you call it? This is a lot uglier to me. And again, I'm trading NAS now because and I've been trading Dow forever. And then now I'm full-time NAS, and it's just like I'm getting I'm not that I'm getting used to it, but it's like it is a different language, a little bit, tiny bit, and a flow. So this is nice though for a range, but look at this though. Price pops up at 9:30, all right, and then sells off. So you understand that this is a higher high. So it's a trap. It's a bull trap right there. Shoots the price down, wipes out all the people who bought here, doesn't break that low. If you're not breaking this low and you just wiped out all these people and you have this big fucking objective that's highly possible with, look at all that liquidity there, right here, these lower highs right here. So with all that being said, when it's coming down here, this is a must buy. I mean, even if you thought this was the retracement to sell down, then you should have still sold this, right? Bought and sold this, right? But as far as this buy right here, okay, you could have bounced, you should have bought it regardless, but at the same time, it didn't break this low, so that's more of a reason. What is this, a 5 minute? Oh, that's right. I don't want to go into detail, man, but so yeah, I'm gonna have to do something different soon. So it just takes too long to do this for me to explain. All right, so price shoots up right there, 930, boom, exhausts, and at this point, again, I wasn't really watching Dow like that. Yeah, comes and wipes out the sellers here, right? But you see the shift here. Again, there's the shift. Comes back, higher high. Okay. In general, you'll sell this to make a higher low. So you should. I would sell this anyway. If you waited, that's fine. If you didn't want to see what happened, but again, this is a leg up, and then this is the leg down. This leg down isn't just going to be one move down and then fucking buy right up, which it can, but I mean, you expect some type of drives down in a higher high to higher low leg. Look, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and so on coming down. And then, where's your obvious shift? Look at this. If you pay attention closely, again, I wasn't watching this, but if you pay attention closely, it'll tell you what it's doing. So you got this down, you got the down price here, a little consolidation here. Price shoots up. Look at this imbalance. It's a straight shot. And then breaks this high, right? Because this high made this low. So we shift, come back. You have an imbalance right there. Nice. Fucking pretty big though, to be honest. But comes in there, and you could have, my situation would have been entry at 50%, stop loss right here, down here. Now you also have this candle. It's this 1038, same candle, type of candle. This is a support block as well. So price goes above, comes right back into that candle as well. Plus you got I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything else, but so, what was I gonna show? Yeah, that's good enough. But anyways, this is a nice signal to buy. You're taking it for what? For that liquidity above right there. And then we're sitting at that daily open for today for Dow right there. If I zoom out for you right there, see that? It's already highlighted, but in a sense of support, right? But anyways, price shoots up, goes above this present week gap for Dow. This is the weak gap right here. This one right here. So what does it do? Look at that shit. All right, shoots up. All right, and when it shoots up, all right, this is higher high, higher low. Right here. Yes, that hits right there, but this is the leg, this whole leg, not the you're not looking at this right here to stop and then make a higher low. It barely made a higher high. It's not really, believable. So, I mean, not saying that this pullback was a better higher low either, but this pushes up, right? And gets right to that week open to the specific exact level, literally. 34,170. 34,170. So that right there was nice. And you have this imbalance coupled with it. If I dragged it out, which you can see it. And then it just kept going, right? So afternoon just kept going. And then look, see, and that's the funny thing. Look how they wait to the end of the day to get here. Right, they're fucking around all this time, right? And then, now it's the power hour. and it's like everyone's done with the day. I mean, I would never try to sit and wait till 4 o'clock for this to happen. Not that serious. Take your profits and be done. Fuck your ego. But yeah, hopefully this explains that, and you can see here as we do come up here, right? So almost sealed up, right? So really bullish though. I mean, really bullish activity. That's why I was saying that this two liquidity pools as resistance is a little bit too suspect. Doesn't make sense for them to leave it like that. And then the ideas of coming below this low will actually now shift for me. I wasn't married to hitting this low, but the idea of hitting this low is a little far-fetched for me right now. Because not only are we breaking this high or taking the liquidity, but we're also still making new highs, right? And I'm not saying that we can't come down and still come into this area where all this imbalance is, but this is a balanced price range also. The price doesn't have to come back here. And we might see that fourth quarter. Well, it's not might. We are seeing it. I mean, these are this fourth quarter. I mean, we didn't get it in October, but we're seeing it in fucking November. That's for sure. So this thing can still ride up, and with December being what it is, it might also carry up. So as far as structure goes, I mean, I still do like the idea of coming up a little bit higher, right? Coming up a little bit higher and then possibly retracing back to wipe out some of these buyers and balance some of these prices, right? Possibly. Like it doesn't have to, but very, very, sitting in the middle price value right now. This 34,000 level is going to be sitting here for fucking ever. I think maybe a year, up, down, up. I don't know. I mean, this 34,000 has been going on for a couple of years, believe it or not. But anyways, not to get off topic, but that's what I see there. And obviously same with Nas as well, where, you got all that. Look at that, man. I mean, but this is moving. I mean, to me, this is a break of structure to the upside, to be honest. Because it didn't just stop, right, and come back down. I mean, it's pushing through. Again, we do have some objectives here, and we do have some highs here, right, that they could grab here and still come down. But honestly, I don't know, man. I'm getting the vibe that it's. I don't think we're gonna really see bearish prices unless it's like some serious war shit or some other shit. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that it can't be bearish, but this is, to me, a break of structure. I think this is a break of structure, and I think that it's gonna, mosey on its way, retracing back. See, I got this fib here now. I made it from here to here because this is the range that we're in, right? I mean, you could say that you're in that range here, but I'm gonna just say this range here, and then this one this one was showing you that this high to this low, the retracement, but we broke that, right? So this is getting deleted, and that's 100% retracement, right? So I had the fib from there to there, coming back up, and it's 100% retracement. Now, I'm not trying to say you need the fib to do this. I'm just talking, right? But you don't even need a fib on this chart, especially with Nas and S&P. I mean, you can on certain entry models and shit, but I mean, Dow is really good for that. But anyways, yeah, man, I mean, this busted through. So, this low here, to me, I kind of feel like it doesn't need to come back anytime soon. Really don't. Because if we were to sell underneath this lower high, come up, retrace like somewhere normal, and then come down, then I would look for this. But with this changes the game for me a little bit. But anyways, we'll take day by day. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I think that's it. You guys have a good weekend. Take care and God bless.